You are in the middle of a dream. A surreal world is unfolding around you. You believe the dream world is real, but then you wake up and realize it was just a dream. What you thought was real was in fact a world created by your mind. Now you question the world you have woken up in. How can you be so sure this is real? What you see, hear, touch and taste are all signals running through your brain. Your experience is your mind interpreting the world, moment to moment. This is why different animals experience the world differently. There isn't one objective reality shared by all. Therefore, nothing is objectively real. Reality is subjective. It is in our heads, not in the world outside. A colorblind person's reality is different to someone whose brain interprets color, but who can claim to be experiencing objective reality? The filmmaker David Lynch is an artist who understands a fundamental aspect of reality. It is fragile, frail, and insubstantial. This can be seen in his film Lost Highway, when the protagonist Fred Madison is convicted of brutally murdering his wife. He has no memory of the event, even though the evidence against him is substantial. The message? We can't trust our minds. In the show How To by John Wilson, Wilson explains that there was a malfunction with a Ronald McDonald balloon at a parade, so it had to be pulled down. However, the people watching the parade on TV saw Ronald throughout the event. This is because the TV station had inserted footage of Ronald from last year's parade, to make out to viewers that the parade was going on normally. So you have people at the parade who didn't see Ronald because of the malfunction, and people at home who did. Two different memories of an event. What really happened? What is the definite reality? Well, the memories of the people at the parade, obviously. But the people at home watching the event on TV will go on through the rest of their lives trusting their memories. Their memories are a fundamental part of who they are, what they have experienced and lived through. But if we can be so easily deceived with people having completely different memories of events, can we really trust our minds? Many people often disagree about what happened in their lives, without there being evidence either way. Simply memories battling other memories. I remember it was 1990 Kevin lost his first tooth. No, it was 1992 when we had moved. These memories can't be proved, so we can't know what really happened. In fact, memories are very similar to dreams. When you're looking back on the day, thinking over what happened, isn't the sensation similar to when you're looking back on a dream? Keeping a dream diary and writing in a normal diary are very similar procedures. The events you are writing down are located in the memory part of the brain, not in reality. This is one of the biggest arguments for why life is a dream. This realization is interesting on its own, but can also have an impact on how we live our lives. Non-duality is the claim that everything we know or experience is mediated through the mind, and therefore, the mind's knowledge of anything can only ever be as good as its knowledge of itself. In order to know what anything truly is, that is, what reality truly is, the mind must first know its own essential nature. Therefore, the investigation into the nature of the mind must be the highest endeavour upon which any mind can embark, and the knowledge of its essence or nature, the highest knowledge. So, how do we embark on this investigation of the mind? And what will we discover? To begin the investigation, I suggest one acknowledges one of the fundamental laws of reality: change. The Roman Emperor and Stoic Marcus Aurelius said, "Everything you see will soon alter and cease to exist. Think of how many changes you've already seen. The world is nothing but change. And loss is nothing else but change. And change is nature's delight." Your skin dies and renews. You age. Friends come and go. Look around you. Everything you see will one day be gone. One day, you will stop sleeping in this bed. You won't be around these people, in this city, in this room. Everything disappears. And to hold on to your present situation is to undermine the fundamental law of nature. Putting too much emotional investment in the outside world is folly, as everything in the world is susceptible to change. Therefore, if we are attached to something, people, objects, places, then we will be disappointed when they inevitably change. Change is inevitable. The spiritual teacher Alan Watts said, "To resist change, to try to cling to life, is therefore like holding your breath. If you persist, you kill yourself." We must allow change, otherwise we are resisting the flow of life. How we are today is different to how we were yesterday. Our opinions, our moods, our thoughts are different from one day to the next. We might be sad one day, but don't know why. But that is okay. If we understand that every moment will bring change, we can surrender to life and stop resisting how we are feeling from one moment to the next. This will make us more tranquil, as we have stopped fighting with change. Our aim should be to sustain tranquility in every moment, instead of searching for happiness. When happiness goes as quickly as it comes, we are often resentful. These emotions are temporary, often disturbed by things out of our control. The only thing we can sustain is tranquility, no matter what changes. The Cambridge Dictionary defines tranquility as a peaceful, calm state, without noise, violence, worry. This is something we have power over. Tranquility is like self-defense. Things will try to upset you, but it's up to you to defend yourself against them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Be calm in the face of life's storm. A powerful way of investigating the mind is meditation. Through meditation, one can experience a different level of consciousness than one normally experiences. Whereas before, we were completely lost in the realm of thought. With meditation, everything shines with aliveness, inside and out. This is because you are finally paying attention. If one takes some clock time to meditate, paradoxically, the concept of clock time will cease. Everything will be still, and your mind will be clear. And with your eyes closed, what separates you from the world around you won't feel so definite. This is what non-duality means, a connectedness between you and the world. The strong sense that consciousness doesn't stop at the limits of your body. Your mind, your thoughts, are what create this illusion of separation, this illusion of the self. Through meditation, one can acknowledge two things. 1. There is an alternative to being continually lost in thought. 2. Nothing separates you from anything else. The mind's essential nature is illusion. Meditation is the dispelling of that illusion. which allows one to experience reality unfiltered by the mind's labels and judgments. Acknowledge that the thoughts that constantly crowd our mind, repeating like a stuck record, are objects of consciousness that have the power to put us in a trance. Identification with thought is akin to dreaming. Thoughts aren't real. Dreams aren't real. Therefore, if you believe the thought is you, then you are living in a dream. It is only when you observe these thoughts from a distance that you begin to wake up. Considering that most of us are thinking constantly, and only a small number of these thoughts are productive, it is safe to say that most of us are dreaming in waking life. So, for many of us, life is a dream. It is only through meditation that one can wake up. The neuroscientist Sam Harris said, "The habit of spending nearly every waking moment lost in thought leaves us at the mercy of whatever our thoughts happen to be. Meditation is a way of breaking this spell." In order to break this spell, I recommend meditating early in the morning. Break the spell before the torrent of negative thinking dominates your day. Getting out of bed isn't waking up. Meditating and then getting out of bed is. Dreams so often fool us into believing they are real. So how can we trust that we aren't dreaming? The simple fact is, we can't. We can't trust our minds. So what does this mean for our lives? We must stop identifying with the mind. In every moment, your mind is tricking you. Thoughts are stories that you choose to believe in. You can make the choice to remove yourself from the often negative narrative your thoughts create. And if life is a dream, then does it have to be taken so seriously? Alan Watts said, "If we really saw that it was an illusion, we'd all be happy in our big dream." Pay attention to the only thing that is real in the big dream. The present moment. It's time to wake up.